going on to all my Geminis. So you have the Ten of Swords, Magician, King of Swords, Lovers, the Ten of Wands, Ace of Swords, the Knight of Cups, Four of Swords, okay, the Hanged Man, okay, and the Six of Swords. Okay, so Lovers, you did show up in your own reading, okay. The major arcana for Gemini is the Lovers, so you showed up in your own reading, okay. So, and then you have the Magician, which is symbolic or the major arcana of Mercury. Anyway, Mercury or can represent the zodiac signs that correlate with Mercury, or it could represent Scorpio. But obviously in this one, it represents you Geminis, because that's who I'm doing the reading for. So, Ten of Swords, the Magician, the King of Swords. Okay, so the Ten of Swords is about how a lot of you, you've learned a lot from heartbreak. You've learned a lot from past relationships that didn't necessarily go over the way that you wanted it to. But yes, it's a very good learning experience. A lot of you Geminis have learned to get over that pain though. The Magician represents you are very much so in the new existence or mindset or existence, perception, whatever you want to call it, of you are very much so in control about the type of people whom you hang out with and whom hangs out with you, right? The people that you choose to associate yourself with. The King of Swords, the King of Swords represents the type of people who do choose to associate themselves with you. And what I'm seeing here is that a lot of you Geminis have basically got yourself an entirely new um loved one, right? An entirely new relationship. Your friendships are different, as well as your romantic relationships are different. The King of Swords represents specifically the type of romantic relationship partner that is what's different. You've chosen, some of you may have even chosen another air sign. If this isn't an air sign, this person has air sign qualities where they are very much so non-emotional, and they are level-headed, right? And what I mean when I say non-emotional is they don't make mistakes based upon their emotionality. They very much so are level-headed in the sense that even if they experience pain or discomfort, right, in relationships or just in general, they know how to maneuver and remain calm and still make very good decisions, is what I am saying. Now, that's the type of person whom you've now gotten, okay? Because I'm not even gonna lie, Gemini is the zodiac sign that picks up strays. I'm not even gonna lie, right? Gemini can go out, meet somebody, bring them right on back to your home and be like, hey, what's going on? Introduce it to your friends. This is, such as, your friends could be waiting back at your place, and you may end up bringing back somebody that you didn't even know prior to you going out. Yeah, Gemini is like that. And then, but the thing is that the Lovers represents here, just pay attention, Gemini, to the tempo of the relationship, where the relationship is going, how fast it's moving, if the two of you actually get along. There's a lot of things to pay attention to, but it's not very difficult to understand when a person is playing games with you. I'm not going to make a video on how to know if a person is playing games with you. Um, Come and get a reading. That's all it is that I have to say, right? Because because there's way too much and way too much nuance. I'll be here all year. I'll be here for the remainder of the year. It's that long of a video. So just contact me for a reading, okay? But the thing is that the Ten of Wands also represents how A lot of you Geminis have essentially learned to understand that even if this newfound relationship does not last, a lot of you Geminis are still okay with the fact that whatever amount of time you have with this person, okay, that it's okay. A lot of you Geminis have this understanding, and I'm so proud of you Geminis, because that is very much so true. A lot of people have such a low self-worth internally, but they don't want to admit it, right? They don't want to say that. They don't want to actually face their fears and admit that they really do have a sense, or they really do have a problem with with a sense of low self-worth and value, because people put too much of an emphasis on a relationship. If a relationship does not work, if a relationship does not work, people start thinking of themselves as being useless, as being not even fit to be alive anymore sometimes, right? And that's in a very extreme case, but it does happen. And the thing is that you have to take into consideration that if you are having bad results, it's either one of two things. It's either something that you need to change about you, or it's the other people whom is coming into your life. Because see, a lot of people tend to think, and I'm gonna move forward from this, but a lot of people tend to think or put out this ideology of whatever it is that you are attracting is what you are, without even putting it into context what that stuff even means. What it means when it says, what it means when people say, whoever it is that you attract is who you are. What they mean when they say attract is whomever it is that you give the time of the day. So a person can be manipulative, right? However, if you're paying attention to them and they reveal themselves to you as being manipulative and you cut them out of your life, uh that's not you attracting them. That's not what that is. What's considered attracting them is that if these people are manipulative, you know that they are manipulative, you still invite them in, and then you deal with them even though they keep showing you that they are not trustworthy. That's what it is. And the thing is that the Ace of Swords now represents, and a lot of you Geminis, like I said before, you've done so much spiritual growth. You really have transcended the old thought process of trying to act like you're tougher than what you are. And it's not an act anymore. It's not even about trying to be tough at all. It's you've become something else. You have become uh, you've become the type of people where it's not about acting tough. It's just about, if you go up to a person, you try to speak with them, they waste your time. Of course, you'll be a little bit upset because they didn't have to waste your time, but you're going to move forward with your life. You're not going to be sitting up there, all upset or whatever the case may be. You'll move forward. You're still alive. You still have time. So the thing is that the Knight of Cups and the Four of Swords represent here that in this new mental and spiritual and physical process that you are going through, you will learn things about yourself that you did not understand before. And the type of things that that you are learning about yourself is, it may actually shock you. That's what the hangman is about. The hangman represents the clip off tree. Go check out the video that I made talking about the clip off tree a little bit. I'll potentially talk some more about the clip off tree in the future, but the clip off tree represents what it is that you do not know about yourself. So what you didn't know about yourself is that one of the things that you didn't know about yourself is that you're a lot tougher than what it is that a lot of people give you credit for. It's just that the next step for you, the next genus for you, a lot of people take that word and they don't even know what it means when they say genus. I done seen people use my word. What I'm trying to say is the next generation for Geminis, the next evolutionary step for Geminis is to understand that you don't have to um, use jokes to make the pain of not being in a relationship or betrayal or people whom you trust who treat you like trash. Use jokes as a means of feeling better. You don't have to act like you don't care as a means of a defense mechanism, because for you, you know better how to deal with pain. So it's not a matter of you having to cover up and act like you're tough. It's a matter of it doesn't hurt the same way that it used to anymore at all. So it's not a matter of the ego. It's a matter of I've been here. I'm used to this. My skin has gotten tougher. I've gotten tougher. Does it hurt? Yeah, but I've learned that it doesn't affect me as much as I used to think it did, right? As much as it used to. But then you have the 6 of wands. The 6 of wands, excuse me, the 6 of wands is this new mentality that you have. It'll serve you well. And what's going to happen here is that you will have a better idea of what you want. So from what I'm understanding so far is this relationship is not necessarily going to last long. So maybe you may get yourselves out of one relationship, right? Keep, hold on to it, stay single for like a week, 2 weeks, which I don't suggest that you do, but ultimately you can do whatever you want. And then you try to get to know somebody else, right, on some dating type stuff, single, ready to mingle. And these people don't even last very long, right, between you and this person. Um, and so now a lot of you Geminis are learning about yourselves. Like, oh, okay, I didn't even know that someone could come into my life, be very charming. I like them. They leave my life abruptly, and I'm not really feeling the large amount of pain that I used to anymore. And like I said, that's what the hangman represents. The hangman represents the clip off, and which I will talk about in the future so people can get a better idea. So let's clarify the hangman. Matter of fact, let's clarify the lovers. Since we're doing a Gemini reading, let's clarify your card for this particular reading. The Ace of Wands, the Page of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles. The Ace of Wands, okay, to clarify the lovers, is, you know, you and this person being very passionate about each other, but it doesn't necessarily last a very long time. They're here for a good time. Okay, they're here for a good time, not a long time. They don't necessarily see you Geminis as relationship type, whatever that means. But the Ten of Pentacles is that they do like you. But again, for them, they may be projecting that they don't see you as the relationship type because of themselves. They may be projecting that onto you. So a lot of you Geminis need to be very careful about really taking on and accepting responsibility for this imprint that this person is trying to make on you, right? If you get a chance to talk to them, that is. Now, if you don't get a chance to talk to them and they just cut you off, don't try to overthink things and start thinking that, you know what I'm saying, that, try to make up this story as to how this person saw you as being lame or whatever the case may be. You know, don't try to make up that story. Just heal from, just take the month off, to at least a month off from relationships and dating to understand, that whatever happened to you is what happened to you, and learn to forgive them as well as yourself. You don't want to keep crashing into things too quickly. So let's clarify the hangman. So we have the emperor, the five of swords, and the strength card. So the emperor, the five of swords, and the strength card is all about how again, you have to learn to let things go. You have to learn to let things be what they are, right? Learn to accept it. Yes, you will get your heart broken. That's part of what love is. You know what I mean? Um, Love will create pain if people aren't really being serious about this. But you have to take into consideration that time, that trust comes from time and congruency of words and actions, right? Just as I've been saying. So the thing is that the the 5 of swords represents how when these people decided that they didn't want to be with you for whatever reason, you have to learn to let it be okay. Their own strength will be used against you. Excuse me, their own strength will be used against them. Don't you let your own strength be used against you. Well, you start thinking to yourself, woe is you, and why did this happen, and all this other type of stuff. This is if you were showing them that you were material to be in a relationship material, and things didn't work out between you and them, they obviously have some other things going on. And the responsibility and accountability of that is not on you. So don't take it upon yourself. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe. Peace.